Bomber Cyberpunk is a game where you move around a cyberpunkish city using your special gadgets and graffiti over all the surfaces that you can. Wait, no, that's Jet Set Radio. BRC is a very faithful adaptation of Jet Set Radio, a game that I've never played, but have only heard glowing reviews of it from every single fucking YouTuber that has personally seen the dinosaurs. Although looking at the game as just a Jet Set Radio clone is a massive disservice to the many new cool things the game adds.
You will be fucking executed, ISIS style.
Like the addition of melee combat. If you want a quick review, whenever you should play the game or not, here's an easy graph that shows you the answer. While the video as a whole, I will go over the nice, the spice, and the... Oh god, the fucking camera! One of the goods of the game is the story. Well, good is a bit generous, it's interesting and it's not awful. You play as generic McGeneric Blonde, and promptly after tutorial that honestly shows like 70% of the gameplay that the game has to offer, you get ahead of the competition. As in, you get a new head. After an hour tutorial, the city of New Amsterdam fully opens up to you to do whatever it is that you do in the Netherlands. I just assume you do drugs and prostitutes. The goal is to take down the 5 gangs taking over the city and become the king of all pirates and ultimately get your head back. Hijinks ensue, twists, turns, and of course it ends on a Dark Souls boss, which I will assume is a Tokyo Ghoul reference. Gameplay is king in this type of games, and the story is just a nice way to explain why you should not just use the half-pipe for half an hour. City is filled with collectibles, challenges and secrets which make you want to explore the level fully and not just stick around to one spot and farm infinite points for an hour. Playing the game feels very nice, and I've never had any real fuck you moments that were not my fault. The main point of the game is getting those sweet juicy points by getting as big of a score multiplier as you can, which you will get by wall rides, hard turns and half pipes. And wait, is that it? Yeah, the game's biggest issue is its variety, or lack thereof. You have dozens of graffiti options, 4 outfits per character, 3 different buttons for making style moves that are all the same fucking move. You have 3 options of movesets, each used for just one specific thing, and are pretty same-ish otherwise. The only difference between them is that the manual is a bit longer, but honestly, who fucking cares? Then going for massive scores, you truly feel the limitations. Another problem is that the game is very non-informative about its own mechanics. Throughout the game, your friend messages you and tells you about some special tech, without which some of the game is literally unbeatable. One of the techniques, the corkscrew, either completely missed the message or the game just actually doesn't tell you how to do it. Another one is required for the intended way to get a graffiti spot. You can also recruit people into your gang by doing their challenges, and while technically the special people dance around so they don't blend in with the crowd or do stunts, that's not always the case. It is fully possible to just miss this. The game also had some clipping issues. Then some walls are merely a suggestion. For some reason, the achievement for getting the penguins of Madagascar pictures bugged out and completed on my 4th picture, which frankly I considered a plus. Yet the game's biggest fault is the camera. If they just added a button that makes the camera go behind you, most of the problems would be solved. Otherwise, have fun 3D platforming without seeing where the fuck you go. If you have problems with depth perception, this game is gonna be your fucking Goliath. Well, I've complained enough already, and honestly, excluding those issues, the game is amazing. After learning that boosting and using a trick while in manual resets the timer, and also while using a boost while jumping and tricking makes you move much faster and gives you insane amount of points, I was never bored with the game. The visuals are very toxic and stylized, and no 2 parts of the city ever felt the same. The game basks in its setting and its retro sci-fi aesthetic with punk gangs of a bygone era, but with added robots, cybers, mechs and porta potties. Every city is unique and has its own look, style, and the way you move around it. The music is fucking amazing. Even actually brought on one of the Jet Set Radio composers to do some songs, among some other great artists. The game feels like one of those Kickstarter projects that try to emulate the previous version, like Ukulele and such. Only this one is making love eyes towards Jet Set Radio and a bit of Tony Hawk's Underground too. The game is filled with love and small details that are very easy to miss, like every graffiti you do actually is put on top of the previous graffiti, and when you pull up your phone, your character will actually pull up the phone model in game. And by god, if developers care enough to add those touches, I care enough to talk about them. If this video convinced you to try the game, do it. It's really good. And if you ever get bored of the normal game, you can mod the shit out of it.
Yes! Do it!
It's Christmas now when I'm editing this video, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone who celebrates. If you've watched the video up until this point, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content if you enjoyed, and don't forget to leave a like.